So guys, the light bearers are done and we are moving on to the Maulers, and this is video for the Maulers tier list. Once again guys, this is the personal tier list of my opinion. If you are not agreeing with that, let me know down below in the comments. I value your opinion and I really like your comments in the previous videos. They help me out a lot and they help us to create better ultimate tier list in the end. And before we start guys, I want to ask you to do two things. First one is to subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and the second one is to subscribe to my second channel, Kosh Idol, for idle incremental games. I need to get 1k subs over there and you can help me to get it faster. I would really appreciate that guys. So okay, let's go to the tier list. Now let's move on to the Mauler Heroes. Now those guys are weird. Maulers is a strange faction because like they have been around from the start of the game, but they still are lacking. They are still not competitive and still losing. So Enoki, our first guy, I don't know why he is first here, but yeah, Enoki is pretty much useless. He has some use. He have that skill that kinda prevents crowd control on you guys, but outside of that, nah, not a good tank, not something. And Tantra though. And Tantra is somewhere between A and S tier for Maulers. But since it's a multi-faction tier list, I'll place her in the A tier. Because therefore, she is not the best hero to go for. Out of the Maulers, she is not the best hero to go for as well for overall usefulness. But she is a really good carry for the Mauler tower. And she is a really good carry for your campaign progression early on in mid-game. She has some good use to her as well. But overall, like, one of the best Mauler heroes, let's put it like that. Next one is Brutus. Brutus was supposed to be S tier. Now I put him somewhere in the B tier. He is not bad. Don't mind me. Don't think I'm stupid. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, his usefulness right now is still there. His invulnerability window is still there and preventing enemies from destroying your team, and you can get enough energy to burst the enemies down during those seconds, and you can kinda grow that time by upgrading him. So still not that bad, still useful, not the top priority as he was used to be beforehand, but still pretty good. Next one in our list is Dress. I really underestimated him early on, but I put him somewhere between A, S and B tier. Let's put him to the A tier because he is a really good damage dealer for Abyssal Expedition and for some boss fights. So for some events, you will need him because he will do quite a lot of damage and he will make you like rank higher. So therefore go to, not the top priority though, like overall he's good, but you need a lot of investment on him to be good. Let's put it like that. So even though he is highly ranked, he is not your top priority to go for. First you want to go for example, Brutus and other heroes of the Maulers as well before going to him. Next one is Casus. My god, he was so good. Well, he was never that good, but one of the first heroes I've got. But overall, D tier for me or F tier, I don't really know. Not useful, let's put it like that. Our one and only support for Maulers. Now, for Numisu it's hard because overall as a hero for all factions, he's not that crazy good. His totems are weak, one-shotted, all that. They are good distractions though. But yeah, for overall faction build, he would be somewhere on the C tier. But since he's the only support for Maulers and like the only healer for Maulers, I would put him in the B tier, probably even A. But he will be useful for your team for faction tower progression, and if you want to use Maulers only, that's your only lifesaver here, so yeah, you will need him anyway. Next one is Safia. Safia have really good buff for some teams. She can be useful in Hero Charm, in some teams where you want to protect your back flank, and kinda useful, but not that crazy useful as well. I heard good things about her. I'm sure some people will place her to the A and S tier. I'll place her somewhere between B and C tier, and I'll place you in the C tier somewhere like closer to Belinda, so somewhere. Do we want it to make it like that, like mixed? I don't think so. It will take a while. Yeah, because she's good and she is useful, but her usefulness is very limited, so she won't change your game. She's not a game changer, so yeah, that's why. Next one, Satrena. For Satrena, it's kind of the same thing. She's kind of cool. I like her. I played with her a little bit and I really liked her design, her fires, that kind of stuff. But overall, not that crazy useful. You can't really use her in the late game because she will die early. In the mid game, you have better options, and she is not being used in many, I don't know any team compositions where she can be used, so probably not that high. C tier for her. Next one, Mr. Scragg. For Mr. Scragg, we still have some curse rail with him. He is still useful in some team compositions. Pretty useful in the PvP. Overall, quite a good character. Although, I'm not sure if I want to put him to the A tier, because A tier is like really good heroes. So I'll put him to the B tier, but he deserves A tier, honestly. Like, he was there since the beginning of the game, then he was revamped and he got better, and he's still being used in one of the best team comps, but he is not a lifesaver. But if you have him, you can use him in the cursed realm, so that's therefore a win-win situation. Now for the next guy, Scragg. Scragg, pretty unique character, but you need him for Lucutia 5 pool, so that's already make him really useful with a really high investment. And you can use him in other teams. You can use him in the Mauler teams for the damage. You can use him in Queen team for the stuns and everything. So he is in the A tier for sure, because you will need him to progress. Like, he is useful in the late game, good guy, cool looking, nice skills. So yeah, he is in the A tier for me. Next one is Titus. I always forgot the names. So this guy is really good to invade enemy teams, so probably good for invade teams. But overall, once again, sadly he dies too fast, so C tier for me. Not that useful. He doesn't go straight to the enemy and win it for you, so yeah, somewhere here. C tier, not top priority, maybe good in the PvP, I'm not really sure about that. Next one is Warwick. I know people underestimate him, because like, he's not a go-to guy, he's definitely the top tier, but I use him from time to time, and I personally find him useful, because his poison can do so much, and his running ability with the crossbow attacks is really nice. So most people will put him in the D or even F tier. I'll put him in the C tier, because I personally find him really good, and he was my first ascended tier hero that I've got, so he earns some respect. Nice. Next one is Warwick. Warwick definitely deserves A tier, because he is essential part of many boss teams for his debuff, or the attack buff basically, or defense debuff. So he's the one who boosts your team attack and overall pumps the enemy up, throwing them in the sky. So useful guy, you wouldn't regret getting him, so get him. A tier, really go-to guy. Next one is Kran. Now for the Kran, it's really interesting, because he is one of the meta heroes for the Maulers. He is really good. I could put him in the S tier, but honestly, my opinion, guys, my opinion, he is an A tier. He dies pretty fast, and he needs so much energy to launch his ultimate that it doesn't really work to go for him early on. So he is very situational. But overall, from the Mauler Heroes, if you want to go for someone specific, he will be probably your go-to guy. If you want to max out one Mauler Hero as a carry, he will be your go-to guy. Or this lady, up to you. But yeah, those two guys are your main carries, and like, you can go wrong with going with any of those. But yeah, he is considered to be best Mauler Hero, so S tier for him for that. My personal, probably closer to A tier, but I mean, we need some S tiers here. Next one is Pele, and Pele, wow, her skill set, specifically she's on your enemy team, is crazy. She destroys your team, but when you use her, she falls down, so probably not that good. I mean, based on the stats and the description and the skill set, she's supposed to be A or S tier. But in reality, she's closer to the C tier, because she's not that crazy good, not that useful. I haven't seen any team compositions with her. Probably she might be good for the PvP, but I'm not a PvP player at all, so I don't really know, guys. C tier for her, but I love her so much. I would put her to the A tier. Really good hero, but sadly, nope. Next one is Granite, I remember his name. This guy is very situational. Like, as a tank, he sucks. He is not that crazy, he doesn't have aggro, but his skill set makes him unique. He have that ability to do double of his tornado things, stun enemies and give them additional damage taken, so he's perfect for Lucretia 5 pool teams when everybody dies and he dies, and you need really low investment for that, like signature item 30 and mythic only. So that's why I would put him to the B tier. Not A tier, he is not essential in any case, but he is a good addition to 5 pool team if you wanna make that one stronger, and you know, that buff increase your survivability and increase damage done to the enemy, so that's a good stuff to have. So overall nice hero, but really narrow use, so you don't really need him anywhere else but that for now. Like, sadly. Who do we have next? Anesta. Anesta, new hero, haven't tested her out that much as well. Heard good things about her, but haven't really tested her out. I've seen her in some cursed realm compositions though, so I would put her in the B tier because of that. But honestly guys, if you have your opinion on Anesta, please share it down below in the comments, because I don't really know that much about her. I know her skills, but I haven't really tested her out myself, still didn't pull enough of her copies, so I don't know, really. Next one, Awakened Brutus. Now this is interesting. This is another Awakened hero, and this changed Brutus completely. Like, you remember this Brutus who have the invulnerability, this one have invulnerability as well, but really short time, and it can recover again, so like shields, all that stuff, really interesting mechanics, but overall A tier because he's awakened, he's good. All awakened heroes have their own feature, and this one is surrounded with the shields, like his feature is the shield. And you need a team that gets enough shields to make him work. And since Mauler guys don't really have any shields, you don't want to use him in the Mauler composition because of that, because like, I don't remember any Maulers getting so many shields. So yeah, he's a good hero, overall pretty useful in some situations, not a lifesaver once again. As for all Awakened hero, we didn't get the meta Awakened hero like Ainz Dimensional, for example, like what's her name again? Scarlet here, who destroys everything. We didn't get that kind of dimensional Awakened hero yet, so that's why he's A tier. But I mean, I don't know, I mean, I can't test them out, they're really expensive and hard to get. Free to play gets one every year or so, approximately. So yeah guys, that's hard to get, and yeah, I'll let him stay here because who knows. Next one is Tesku, the snake guy. Same stuff, new hero, haven't tested him out that much, heard good things about him, he's in my wishlist, got single copy of him I guess, so probably don't know, let's put him in the B tier as well, maybe even C tier, because I haven't seen him, no, I have seen him in some cursed realm compositions, so probably should be in the B tier, but once again, not the top priority for you. If you wanna go for, oh, we're done, we got one more, this guy goes straight to the F tier, sadly. For this guy, what's his name again? Alaro. Sadly for Alaro, his skill set is really fun, like he goes stealth, goes to the backline, marks enemies, really fun, but overall, in the real life, it takes so much time that by the time he will mark enemies, everyone will be dead. So, yeah, not for competitive gameplay. If you like him, you can go for him, but sadly F tier. So for Maulers, if you want to go for someone, you go for Kren, you go for Tantra, you go for Dress, for Scragg, for Warwick, some Brutus and some Numisu, and that will be your core guys basically. Everybody else here, they are extremely situational and you don't really need them that much, so it's more or less classic so far. The new guys didn't manage to get in this area, at least yet. Maybe something will change. If I'm wrong, once again, comment down below, let me know. So there we go guys, Maulers tier list here for you. I want to hear your constructive criticism down below in the comments, so write it over there. Once again, if you want to summon someone, you know who to summon now, at least, that's good, and you got the basic ideas about the heroes. While you go into the comments guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel, that will help me out a lot. And you know what else will help me out? If you will subscribe to my second channel, Kosh Idol, that will be like really the best thing you can do right now. I would appreciate that quite a lot. And other than that, you can check out the pinned comment in the video description for additional links. We have more playlists over there, more tier lists, the previous and the further ones, like all the series is there. And you also have the link for the link tree to join the Discord and talk with other people over there. Nice place to be. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching. That's about it for now. Stan Kosh out. Have a good one. Bye.